I'm going to show you something in this video that most woodworking channels will never show you, because it makes everything they've ever posted look incomplete. You've been woodworking for a while, you think you know what a good plan looks like. You're wrong. Not because you're not experienced, but because nobody ever showed you what a truly complete plan looks like. And here's the thing that's going to bother you for the rest of this video. Once you see it, you'll realize every plan you've ever used was missing the same three things. Every single one. I'm going to walk through all three. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for in any plan before you buy a single piece of wood. Number one starts right now. Before I show you the three elements, I need you to feel exactly why they matter, because if you don't feel it, the information won't stick. Think about the last project where you got stuck. Not confused, stuck. Where the instructions were there, the tools were there, the wood was there, and you still couldn't move forward. That moment happened because your plan ran out of information. Not gradually, instantly. One step it was fine, next step, nothing. That's what an incomplete plan feels like from the inside, and I want that feeling present while I show you what should have been there instead. Okay, three elements. Element one, and this is the one that would have prevented that stuck moment, is the cutting list. But not the kind you've seen before. Quick note, the resource I use that has all three of these is linked below. We'll come back to it. Most cutting lists say something like, you'll need approximately 40 board feet of oak. That's not a cutting list, that's a guess with a unit of measurement. A real cutting list looks like this. Board 1, 24 inches by 6 inches by 3/4 inch thick. Board 2, 36 inches by 4 inches by 3/4, and it continues like that for every single piece in the project. In the exact sequence, you'll cut them. Why sequence? Because when you know the order, the offcut from board 3 becomes the material for board 7. Nothing gets thrown away. You buy exactly what you need, not approximately, exactly. A cutting list like that eliminates the lumberyard trip halfway through the project, eliminates the wasted wood in the corner of your garage, eliminates the calculation error that cost you a Saturday. That's element one. Element two is the one that actually kills projects mid-build, and it's more subtle than you expect. Every plan has instructions. The difference is whether those instructions assume you already know what they didn't explain. Here are two versions of the same instruction. Tell me which one you've seen before. Version A, attach the face frame using standard joinery techniques. Version B, attach the face frame using a 1/2-inch dowel centered 3 inches from the top edge, glued with wood glue and clamped for 45 minutes minimum. Version A is in 90% of the plans you've ever used. Version B is what a complete plan looks like. The difference between those two sentences is the difference between finishing the project and stopping at step 7 with $180 of hardwood already cut. Element 3. This one most people never think to ask for until they've already made the mistake it would have prevented. And once I show it to you, you'll never look at a plan without checking for it first. Multiple views. Not just a front drawing, a side view, a top view, an exploded view where every piece is shown in relation to every other piece, separated before anything is assembled. Here's why this matters more than people realize. A front drawing can look completely clear and still hide a joint that only makes sense from a 45-degree angle. You won't know it's there until you're halfway through assembly, holding two pieces that don't line up with no idea what went wrong. Multiple views eliminate that entirely. You see the project from every angle before you make the first cut. Nothing surprises you mid-build. Nothing forces you to stop and figure out what the single drawing wasn't showing. Three elements. Cutting list that's specific and sequenced. Instructions that don't assume. Multiple views before the first cut. When a plan has all three, the project doesn't stop because there's nothing left in the plan to stop it. Earlier, I mentioned a resource in the description. This is what it is, a library of woodworking plans where every single project has all three of these: complete cutting list, full step-by-step instructions with no assumptions, multiple views from every angle. That combination is rarer than it should be. Link is below. Now, I said at the beginning there's a specific reason most plans are built without these three elements. Here it is. Plans are written by people who've been building for so long that they genuinely don't know what they know anymore.
The steps they skip are invisible to them because those steps are automatic, which means the gap in every plan you've ever used wasn't laziness, it wasn't carelessness, it was the author's blind spot. And you paid for it in wasted wood, in wasted Saturdays, in projects that stopped at exactly the point where the author stopped noticing what he knew. The only way around someone else's blind spot is a plan built to be complete, not for the person who wrote it, but for the person who's going to build it. That's the standard. And now you know exactly what to look for. The resource I use, linked in the description, is built around exactly this standard. It's been the single biggest change I've made to how I work. Check it out when you're done here. No rush. Next video, I'm going to show you one single thing you can check in any plan in 30 seconds that tells you immediately whether that plan has what you need or not. One thing, 30 seconds. That's next.